Director behind blockbuster movies like Titanic and Avatar has a new production that's opened in Portland.
It's not a movie, but a museum exhibit. Joe is joining us now from OMSI to tell us about Challenging the Deep. Good morning, Joe.
Yeah, good morning, guys. I'm joined by Jen Powers here at OMSI, which Challenging the Deep, the new exhibit here, and it is from the mind of this man, James Cameron. He's, of course, the Oscar-winning director behind, oh gosh, Titanic, Avatar, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, a lot of my favorite movies. And Jen, what's fascinating about this, it's not just about movies, although that's touched upon here. James Cameron, in addition to creating these huge blockbuster movies, is really into exploring the deeps of our sea, like literally going to the deepest places in the ocean. And this exhibit shows how he does that, right?
Definitely. So it's really a combination of him as a director and a creator, but also choosing to do science fiction, to wrap in the Titanic, diving deep in his work, and then because of that, taking on really deep sea exploration as a career as a scientist.
And what I've also learned from this is that he basically, in some cases, does some of these movie projects just so he can explore the sea. Because, for example, Titanic, at the time, the biggest blockbuster ever made. But a big reason why he wanted to do that was because part of the movie involved him basically going and getting to explore the wreckage of the Titanic. And he actually did that when making the movie.
Absolutely. He wrote that into the script, was diving to see the Titanic so that he could do that and film that.
And this exhibit kind of shows that it started at a really young age. He was actually designing like underwater exploratory, vessels and things like that as a kid, right?
Absolutely. And he continued with that passion, again, both as a creator and as a scientist throughout life.
So we'll talk about the science side of it, but, I'm a movie buff, and so this stuff I just love. So these are items from Titanic, and this was a dive plan. So when they actually went to go see the Titanic, this was kind of what they were referencing, I guess, when they actually were there on scene.
Absolutely, and they had to plan it out because you only have so much time, right? Underwater, filming underwater. So you have to be really specific in engineering your dive to get the right shot.
And then a number of items that were created. Basically, these were items that were on the Titanic that had to be recreated, and these were smaller scale versions that we're seeing right here, correct?
Exactly, right. You can't do all of the filming underwater, right? You need to have some of the props that are available that are exact replicas, but obviously a lot smaller, so you can make that movie magic happen.
Yes. So Challenging the Deep just opened here at OMSI, and it's going to be here for how long?
Until the 25th of September. Got a lot of time through the summer.
Most of the summer to come check it out. We'll have more information about it at KPTV.com. So guys, this is cool because it kind of scratches a couple different itches. If you're really into science and exploration, you get that. If you're really into the movie side of things, you'll get that as well. And coming up a little bit later in the show, because I kind of lean more towards the movie side of things, so I'm a nerd, we're going to show you some of the really iconic movie props that you'll see here. If you've ever seen the movie Titanic, if you've even heard of the movie Titanic, odds are you're going to recognize some of this stuff. We'll have a lot more coming your way from OMSI in just a bit. Back to you in the studio.
Boy, that is so cool.
What
a great event.
And I love that he said it scratches a couple different itches because, right? There's a little bit of something depending on what you're into.